Hey, Tamiyah, I'm so sorry you're not feeling good. That's not fun. Anyway, I wanted to just briefly explain this assignment. In a dream play, we have the daughter of the god. She's looking down at earth and she hears all these sad cries coming up, and her father, the god Indra, says, they're just whiners, basically. She says, no, father, it sounds legit. Let me go down and see. And then she goes down and she observes these various things. At first she's just observing, and then she actually gets married, and she realizes, whoa, having a child, all the sorrows, all the troubles. So some of the troubles are personal troubles, like the officer who is waiting for Victoria and she never comes. Some of the troubles are more societal, like the lawyer who is trying to help people. And he says, if you're a reformer, you either end up in the insane asylum or they crucify you because, it's hard to make people change. Or the poet is somebody who interprets other people's sorrows. So there's all sorts of sorrows. And then at the end, she goes back up to the heavens and she says, I'll tell my father, human beings are to be pitied. They're not making this stuff up. So I came up with an idea of doing a storyboard. So what that means is you just have 6 blocks. You can either do it on a piece of paper, you can draw, or there's some programs you can use that are free, that are online, to draw. And the first box will have Indra's daughter. And, it doesn't really need to be elaborate at all. You can do it with pictures or words, or both. And, there she is up in the clouds. And then the last one, she's going back up to the clouds. Again, my beautiful artwork. That should be the last one. I think it's just backwards on the thing. Anyway, so in these other blocks, these other 4 blocks, I want you to write what she might see if she came down to the earth today. What are some of the issues? What are some of the sorrows that plague people? And again, you can just write a little description of what she sees. It's a storyboard, like they do in the movies. Or you can draw a little picture. You don't have to go into detail. Then the other part of the assignment is you do need to go into detail for one of the scenes. One of the scenes you actually write out with Indra as a character coming in and observing whatever it is that she sees that makes her think that human beings should be pitied. Okay? And I think that's the usual, like 3 to 4 pages and the spacing and all that stuff. So I have written instructions of this, but I just wanted to clarify a little bit and show you what's what. And I enjoyed reading your melodrama scene. So anyway, take care of yourself and, get rest and all of that. I'm not trying to stress you out, but just in case, as you're lying there sick and it's supposed to be like a dream, this play, so oh, and each scene has to have some sort of visual, because that's the other thing about dream play. It either has a big castle or a flower or something like that. So an example I gave is, she comes down to earth and then maybe she marries a butcher and there's a big stack of clothes with blood on them and she's always having to wash and wash and wash. And she's a vegetarian, and so she hears the cries of the animals and she can't bear it. The sorrow and lament of the animals is what she hears. So that's just one example, and then you could write that scene out. So anyway, I hope that this is something that you can do that is creative and fun for you. And yep. So I talked to Lauren about it, and she said she works at a grocery store, and so she thought it would be funny to, kind of all the customers come in and they're complaining about the tiniest little things, and meanwhile they're not wearing their masks, and so there's like a lot more stuff going on, and so she has to listen to all these little complaints about how they don't have the kind of Kleenex that they want or something like that. So she thought she might write a scene perhaps along those lines. So anyway, whatever you want to do. Animals can talk, it's theater, anything. Um, anyway, hope you feel better. Take care. Bye bye. I'm going to turn this thing off. There.